Hey everyone, welcome back to DIY Beauty on Purpose. My name is Leonette and I'm so excited that you are here with me today.
This video has for you 6 high-end DIYs you are sure to love. Let's get started. This high-end DIY is so easy and is perfect for summer. I am going to take everything off of this board. It's like a recycle, reuse kind of board. You could tell someone purchased it at Target at some point, but I did thrift it for $2.99. It was a good size and really solid. So I removed everything and sanded down all of the stickers from the back because they were not coming off. I wiped it down really well and then gave it 2 coats of Vermilion chalk paint in the linen white. Once the paint was dry, I did seal everything using Vermilion polyurethane in the crystal clear. It is water-based and it is awesome. I use it all the time for my furniture, but I wanted to seal this piece as well because we are going to be using a Mod Podge transfer technique, and it's so much easier to do it when your piece is sealed and not have fresh paint on it. So I am going to take one of these Dollar Tree like outdoor thermostat little tools that you can find at Dollar Tree during the summertime. I'm going to place it, just dry fit it on the side where I think I want it. Then using my printer, I just printed Hello Sunshine in different fonts. These are fonts that I actually purchased from Etsy, and I just going to cut it. Just cut around all of the words as close as possible to the actual letters. Now I'm going to Mod Podge them using these. This is like a photo transfer Mod Podge, but you can use any Mod Podge you have on hand. I am going to put liberally quite a bit of it on the words. Now I did print out the words backwards, so they are flipped horizontally so that when I place them on top, then you can see them perfectly. I'm going to place them right where I want them to be. Now make sure you Mod Podge on the side of the ink, so where the words are. Don't Mod Podge on top. I'm going to do the same thing with the sunshine. I did have to cut the sunshine in two because one piece of paper did not fit it. So I just cut it right in half, and now I'm going to place them right next to each other as close as possible. Once I had it there, I did let it dry overnight. You don't have to. I just like doing that to make sure it's really dry. So now I'm going to use a very damp towel, and I'm going to start wetting the paper and then using my fingers, using the towel to remove the paper, and then what you get left over is the ink, and it looks like you transferred it. I'm going to screw in the thermostat here to the right side of the sunshine. Now I'm going to take this little summer garden decor, and it's from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut off the excess stem there and just going to attach it to the bottom of the board. I just thought it just gives it such a summery, fresh, happy feel. I'm going to drill a couple of holes on each side of the stem. This will allow me to be able to use wire to attach it and twist it in the back. I'm going to do it on the top as well as the bottom, and I just didn't want to use any glue. I just felt like using any type of glue would not stand up to the elements, so I just wanted to make sure I used wire, and that actually worked really well. I am going to seal once again using the Vermilion polyurethane all the words. That way it's going to be sealed and it's not going to go anywhere. And I think this sign turned out so beautiful. You can certainly see it and find something like this at a boutique. I just love it. DIY, I'm going to take some piece of scrap trim, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces off of it and then a smaller piece from a smaller piece of wood that I had. I'm going to sand them down, and we're going to create a cell phone holder. I was inspired by my friend Lisa from Crafting My Best Life with Lisa Marie. She created one for her husband using tumbling blocks, and I thought it was brilliant. So I am going to use wood glue as well as brad nails to put everything together. So I'm going to put the 2 larger pieces like an L shape, brad nail them, wood glue them together, and then the smaller piece is going to go on the smaller piece, and that's going to be the part where it kind of holds the cell phone there on the bottom. Once everything was put in place, I did give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white just to brighten things up and make sure everything's even. Using my Cricut, I cut out his name, Lewis, and I placed it to the right side of the backboard. This cell phone holder was so easy to make. What a great gift to make anyone in your family. I love how sturdy and beautiful it is. Thank you, Lisa, for the inspiration. For the next high-end DIY is such an easy one. We are going to use this 1x4. I cut out 4 pieces to equal sizes and we have squares. I'm going to sand them down nice and smooth and then cut out a stencil using my Cricut with our initial. We are going to stencil it using Waverly chalk paint and that's it. It is such an easy DIY. I did the same thing on all of them and I did seal them using polyurethane in the crystal clear just so that they are sealed. And of course, they're going to be coasters. We're going to get water on them. So we want to make sure they're sealed. But it was such an easy way to DIY your own coasters. And I think it would make a perfect gift. Look how beautiful these look. I mean, it's just fresh and just wonderful gift to give someone. For the next DIY, we're going to make our own little ladder. I'm sure you've seen some ladders being built. I just want to show you how easy it is to really customize it to the size you need. These are a 1x2 that I cut out in about 15 inches long, and then a smaller piece of wood that I cut out to about 9 inches long. I'm going to wood glue them and brand nail them to the ladder or to the longer pieces to create a ladder. Such an easy way to create your own because you may not find the perfect size at the store.
If you enjoy DIY home decor, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I post every single week, so make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss any of the content.
And once everything was attached, it's just a matter of giving it whatever color paint you want. I love this little ladder. I am going to use it for now. I think I'm going to use it in my kitchen, but I may switch it around, and that's the beauty of it. But I love this moss green from Waverly. It is absolutely beautiful color for either fall or summer, but I'm going to use it for summer. And look how cute and easy this ladder was. I am in love with it. This is another super easy high-end DIY that anyone can make, but it does have a few more steps, so hang with me. I did take a couple more of the 1x2s. These are cut into about 20 inches long, and then this 1x4, which is cut to about 12 inches long. I am going to use my Cricut jig here to make some pocket holes. Now, don't be afraid of using new tools. I've had my Cricut jig and it's so easy. It creates pocket holes so that you can join wood together and have really strong bonds and really strong joints. So I'm going to create just one pocket hole on each side of this 1x2, and it's going to be on the same side. So it's just going to be on opposite sides, but on the same side of the wood. I don't know if that made sense, but I'm going to show you here right now. See, 2 on each side or each end, but they're on the same side. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other 1x2. And then we're going to join them together along with the other ones using this 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws that you can get at the hardware store. And look how easy. It separates and then it sucks in. I'm going to show you again. It kind of separates the wood and then sucks right back in and just creates a really strong joint because we're creating a frame. And I love using my Cricut jig. Do you know who Natalie from Design to the Nine is? She uses a lot of wood and a lot of tools. So I highly recommend you watch her. I always get inspired by her. She's extremely talented. So I'm going to have Natalie from Design to the Nine's channel linked down below in the description box. So make sure you check her out. I'm sure you'll be inspired by her. All right, so moving along, this crafting chicken wire I get on Amazon. It is so much easier than using real chicken wire from the hardware store. I'm just going to cover the back of it, cutting the excess and stapling all in place. Now, I did have to join 2 pieces together. I didn't have a long enough piece, but it worked out really well. To cover all the edges and the back, because they have all those like wire sticking out. I'm going to use some foam core from the Dollar Tree. I just cut some pieces like thin enough to cover the back but not show. I'm going to hot glue them and staple them in place. This is going to make sure it does not scratch my wall, because this is going to be a place where I hang my sunglasses, where I hang jewelry. I have one for my earrings already, but I desperately need one for my sunglasses because I love sunglasses and I just don't know where to put them. So these will be a great place to hang them on my little area where I do my makeup. All right, so I'm going to give everything 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white, and I'm also going to paint the chicken wire. Do you see how it lightened up? Now I'm using very little paint on my brush. It's almost like a dry brushing, and that way it just lighten it up and you just don't have that dark wire, but you don't have to do that. I'm going to screw in a couple of these clips on top. Just gives me some more options, as well as these hooks to the bottom. And again, it just gives me options to hang things, maybe necklaces, scarves, whatever it may be. And I think this frame, it looks stunning. I love it. I love how functional it is. I can't wait to put it next to my little vanity and be able to hang all my sunglasses. Love it. Okay, here's where we're going to Mod Podge a picture. So I took this 2x4 and I sanded it down. Now, I wish it would have been a little cleaner, a little lighter, and you're going to see why at the end. But then I took a picture of my son, which is so cute. I love this picture. It's from last summer. And I printed it again in a regular printer paper. I used the 8-inkjet printer, and I'm going to cut off the excess. And then I'm going to Mod Podge a lot of it. So a lot of Mod Podge, and then place it on top of the wood. Again, I let this one dry overnight to make sure it was really, really dry. So once you place it on the wood, you just want to place it and let it be. Now, somehow I got a little bit of Mod Podge on the top portion of the paper, and you're going to see in a little bit how it just had a little bit more of a hard time removing the paper with water. I actually had to scratch it with my fingernail. No big deal, it worked out, but just so that you know, if you have any Mod Podge that gets on top, you may have a little bit more of a hard time. So here I are. This is the next day. I am going to wet the paper a lot and then just start rubbing the paper off with the towel, with my fingers, just making sure that it is completely off. And if you have a little bit of white left, I never stress about it. It just adds to the rustic farmhouse look to it. So you see the little areas where it's whiter and it's not getting like wet right there. That's where Mod Podge got on. So I did have to really get my fingernail on it, and I got it in a few places, and I don't know how, but somehow I did, but it worked out okay in the end. I just had to give it a little bit more scratching effort with my fingernail. So I kept doing this until most of the paper was completely off, and then I did seal everything using polyurethane, once again in the crystal clear. It just kind of seals everything and just makes everything look finished and complete. And I just did 1 coat. And that's it. I let it dry, and I think doing a photo block as pictures would be perfect for gifts. Wouldn't it be awesome for like grandmothers or granddads or even mom and dad, aunts and uncles? I just think it's a great picture. I just love the way it turned out. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments. Please let me know which one is your favorite. I would have to say the frame with my sunglasses because I really need it, but let me know which one is your favorite. If you're visiting for this first time, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope it inspires you to create your own high-end DIY decor. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I am going to have a playlist here and another video with tons more of inspiration for you. Check it out. I'll see you later, and have a blessed day. Bye.